Welcome to the Sunset Archon channel, where we aspire to gain from night to first light. And tonight we are playing Honkai Star Rail version 4.1. After 3 days of playing Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection, I'm still not tired of the stars. And today we have a lot to get through, starting with the latest season of the Divergent Universe. No idea what's waiting for us there. Then we are going to wrap up a quest that I started but I haven't finished yet, and then we are going to go through the current Trailblaze mission. So without further ado, let's get started. It's gonna be a long night. And the reason why we are going through all this is because I really wish they would make that more accurate for controller. It's because there is only 21 days left on the current Nameless Honor, and I'm not sure if that means that the patch is only 21 days left or what, but I want to get all of this out of the way before April comes around, especially the Trailblaze mission, because I do not want to be the butt of Aha's joke with whatever might happen in April. So we're gonna get all of the Honkai content done and dusted, and then we can spend April dealing with the Zenless Zone Zero content before that turns into another Zenless speedrun. So, first up, Divergent Universe. Adding wish power is a key variable to the new version of the simulated universe, while also increasing the calculation weight for the Path of Elation. Interesting. Do we seriously have to play Phantasm games in the simulated universe too? If I win, do I get to meet Aha? Due to limited reference materials, we are not planning to add this feature for now. How exactly wish power forms and influences the game remains a mystery. Conclusion: an excellent choice for a research topic. Besides, the IPC's records on the traditional Phantasm games from before Plan Arcadia's Canvas Age are pretty spotty. Researching wish power will also help me carry out my duties more efficiently. No time like the present. Why not give it a try yourself? Alright. The Divergent Universe Arcadian Chronicles. Rewards are generally the same. We have the Immersifier. Wait. Yes. Can be exchanged by spending 40 Trailblaze power. Then we got some Stellar Jades, a few Star Rail passes, and credits. Oh, and also plenty of Lost Crystals for Relic XP. And finally, the Tracks of Destiny, which we have plenty of. Please finish Tutorial Stage 1 first. Oh, it's a complete reset. Okay. Alright, let's do this. This is so weird. Next domain contents depends on which waypoint you pass. Waypoint passes are drawn. This time, we'll have this marker. I hereby declare you are guilty. In the silent courtroom, the Intellitron judges, 23 fractals, surround you. With a ruler symbolizing discipline stabbed into the digital network underground, like a flattened pipe organ. It has been reported that the defendant's life success index stands at an impressive 99.9, in violation of the regulations of Durante Star's second codex. This has grievously overdrawn the system's collective success quota, constituting an egregious invasion upon the resources of others. I'm sorry, what is my crime? Thus, this court hereby sentences you to undergo standardized failure therapy until the balance between your success and failure index returns to the prescribed ratio. The judges raise their rulers and place them on your shoulders as heavy electronic hums reverberate throughout the confined space. When did I start playing MD? What is MD? And also, am I being charged with being too successful? Oh, Master Duel. Oh yeah. I play that once in a while. The last time I turned it on was 2 years ago, and then just this year I started playing a bit more, and I decided that when I'm feeling burnt out, just so my channel doesn't go straight cold, I would pop in and turn on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, play a few duels using my favorite deck, and just make it through. And if I actually come across an interesting duel, I will post the replay of it. The power creep in that is insane. Honestly, I play just for fun. I do not care about the power creep. The ranking doesn't really interest me, but as I climb up the ranks, I tend to face more interesting opponents, so that's a plus. But the rank itself means nothing to me. I main SC Snake Eye, which dominated for a year. I just use an agent deck. That is what my strategy encompasses. It has worked for me. I keep seeing these max C decks every time I duel at least once. Every time I come back to this game, at least once, I see someone with a max C deck. I still don't understand that card, but it doesn't help them for very long. Malice and Ryziel dominated like a few months, and the Konami burned it to the ground. Max is like 1 max now. But yeah, for me, it is nice to see just how good my deck remains, even after I just disappear off the scene for a few months. Because what is the point of just morphing your entire deck that you've already fine-tuned once just to match a meta? I would much rather see how my deck stands up to the meta and its endless mutations. Does it keep working, or does it have a few holes? Or does a mutation in the meta patch up one of the holes and make my deck good again? With this most recent change in the meta, I have realized that one of the core aspects of my agent deck, which is removing other cards from play, doesn't really work as well because it's trying to... The opponent actually pulls more cards from their remove from play section than I can actually put in there. Alright, so let's see what it's trying to do. Reject the trial and take 300 of his cosmic fragments. You're not going to accept the judge's twisted logic and prepare to deliver true failure to it in response. I agree with that verdict. I agree with that choice. That verdict was messed up. So it's weird, we're just going door to door now. I gotta admit, I kind of liked the design of Amphoris's Divergent universe more, but that's just me. There are 3 waypoint passes here. Here are the 3 waypoint passes drawn last round. Upon entering a domain, all displayed waypoint passes will be discarded, regardless of whether they were selected or not. Cards in the discarded pile won't disappear. When the card pile runs out, the shuffle will be triggered, and all discarded cards will return to the draw pile. This is a high-level domain with tons of stuff to explore. Okay. So, not only do I have to look at the type, but the level itself. High-level domains have more content. See those 3 reward frames. Most domains can be leveled up. After leveling up a domain, its contents will be enhanced. Okay. Keep out the radish. Maxi is strong, not really because of its effect, but because of how it forces your opponent to end their turn early, or possibly make you have so many cards you can force through every negate they have. Alright, one equation. Propagation, hands down. Next. Alright. Spend 50 fragments. There is currently a 30% chance to draw Destiny's Revelation. I'm feeling lucky today. Hunt. What's next? You come across a massive fragment of the Mirror of Transcendence. 3 candles are placed beneath it as offerings. You walk back and forth between while being deep in your thoughts. Like the first candle, you yearn to get a response from them. As one of the candles is lit, a vague image of the God of Beauty's broad face flickered within the fragment. Just as the image gets clearer, the face of a mirror holder suddenly appears within the massive fragment. I've been imprisoned in this mirror fragment for a long time. Believe in the beauty, and I will grant all of your wishes. Silently recite what you want and obtain random rewards. 400 fragments. Okay. What's next? The draw pile is empty, triggering the reshuffle. Cards from the discard pile have been shuffled back into the draw pile. Another high level card. At the start of each extrapolation, you'll receive a deck of cards, which is divided into a draw pile and a discard pile. After completing a domain, a certain number of domains will be drawn from the draw pile. Players can select one of them as the next domain. After making your selection, all display domains will be placed in the discard pile. Domains sent to the discard pile will not disappear. When the draw pile runs out of domains, shuffle will trigger, returning all domains from the discard pile back to the draw pile. Lovely. Lots of decks were nerfed because of Apollysa ban, like my deck. Apollysa was easily the best generic link card. You know, one thing I noticed about my deck, just trying to make a modification after playing a few rounds, I noticed that there are very few light fairy monsters that would work with my deck because everything seems to be connected to a specific archetype now. Card builder and HSR now, yeah. I mean, my deck still works, but there is a limit to it now. I literally have 3 Ra's Disciples in that deck just so I can have a quick summoning method to protect myself in the event something goes wrong with my primary strategy. And just because they are both light and fairy types, it works for my deck. Yeah, but they can't be used for tribute summoning other than for an Egyptian god. Or special summoning for Xyz Fusion. Or Synchro. Or Link. Just wondering why the Cypher Splash. Yeah. The Slifer Splash. Yes, that is the card that works best with my current strategy. Slifer is less of an actual attacker, as it is once I actually play it, it is just to buy time to prevent any combo summoning on the part of my opponent. Obtain 2 equations and 2-star rarity and 1 random negative curio. Ah, nuts. Okay. Propagation, hands down. Alright. Elation and erudition. When selecting blessings after victory, the number of available blessings will be reduced by 1. Lovely. I really need to get something that can get rid of negative curios. Okay. Obtain 1 3-star equation, and then obtain the random blessings needed for this equation until this equation expands. Okay. I'll choose erudition and harmony. And we're coming across another fragment of the Mirror of Transcendence. Light the second candle. To be honest, as long as people read the card, why, as you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are illiterate, it doesn't affect my deck much. I do... You know, that is the thing. That's one of the things I appreciate about Master Duel. I do try to read the card effects as I'm playing, but as you know, the timer does get in the way of that to actually read and comprehend all of that. But there are times when I just don't have enough time for that, because not only am I dealing with the timer itself, I'm also dealing with my connection, because the timer keeps ticking down even though my connection might not be the best at the time of the duel, and I have to also wait for it to accept my selection. Your card is an actual essay of text. Yes, and that's the thing I like. The fact that you can actually save your duel afterwards and then go through it step by step, pausing, actually seeing the card effects. The amount of metadata in the saved duel is so verbose that it makes actually reviewing your plays and how your strategy works against your last opponent actually feasible. I can't tell you how many times I played older Yu-Gi-Oh! Games where I'm trying to figure out what just happened, or how did I win when I was nearly about to lose.
And are made of the same essence.
I feel like Master Duel is very well thought out, which really makes me wonder why Konami just keeps putting out other Yu-Gi-Oh! Games as well. Because if I'm understanding this correctly, Master Duel is currently on both PlayStation 5 and as a mobile game, but I don't play the mobile version because I do not want to deal with ads. That is the one reason that I play Master Duel on the PS5. Oh, it's on PC too? Wonderful. Thankfully, they don't put ads into it on the PS5 version. Mobile's even more laggy than on the PS5 at times. Okay. Lost domains are fixed and have no waypoint past draws. You didn't think you could skip this, did you? Yeah. Let's see. Domains are divided into random ones and fixed ones. At boss, conversion, and respite domains, domains won't be drawn from your deck. Instead, a fixed domain will be automatically generated for you to select. Alright, just give me one moment to drink something. I've been talking a lot over the last 20 minutes. Alright, let's do this.
I'm not built for this. You go ahead if you wish to engage.
Take a look.
Watch this magic.
Emerge from your cocoon.
Alright, first fight.
Curious, endless riddles. Nothing but a boy. Open sesame. Glimpse the unknown.
May wandering souls find their own way out.
You know, when they said boss, I kind of expected a fight. So I just went all out. But I forgot that this is the tutorial stage. There was no need for me to go full nuclear.
Be grateful for all this clamor. That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
There's another tutorial stage. So yes, in conclusion, I do play Master Duel, and I'm just getting into it casually right now, but who knows, maybe I actually might play against viewers if it gains popularity here. At the start of each turn, you can select a mark that'll determine your playstyle for that run. Obtain cosmic fragments that also grant wish power. You can collect enough wish power to level up your mask. For every 50 cosmic fragments obtained, gain 10 wish power. Up to 800 cosmic fragments can be taken into account per domain. Each mask has its own unique effect. When purchasing items in the store domain, refunds 20% of cosmic fragments consumed. Put on the mask to see for yourself. See how it works for yourself. Okay. Enter the store domain and shop till you drop.
Go melt it down.
Look at all that wish power. It'll be stored in your mask and settled when you select the waypoint. Alright. Wish power maxed out, you've leveled up. Each level up grants one miracle. Trust me, pick this one. Increases the level of all wealth, adventure store, and forge domains by 1. Waypoint pass upgrade. You also check out the mask effects here. I've added cashback rewards at the store. Go check it out. Upon entering a wealth domain, increases its level by 1. Yes! The sealing wax of propagation. Shattered Starbait increases character's movement speed on the overworld by 40% and character's speed in battle by 10%. And the Sealing Wax of Elation. After obtaining this curio, immediately gains 1 to 2 random blessings. After expanding 2 equations, this curio is upgraded to an indecipherable box. Alright. Propagation. Alright, no propagation equations, so that's fine. Alright, good to go. got rewards related to beacons. Click it and take a look. This is the beacon effect to be applied. Attaches one random beacon to one designated domain. Not that I know what the beacons are. In this domain, you can open chests to obtain massive amounts of cosmic fragments, and can play around with the amusement facilities to score rewards. Curio. After entering a domain, obtain one random curio of 1 to 2 star rarity. This is the waypoint pass that we just had the beacon attached to it. Most domains can have beacons attached to them, creating all kinds of interesting effects. Each domain can have up to 3 beacons attached. Genius Society Gossip. After obtaining this curio, cosmic fragments gained increases by 50%, but blessings can no longer be obtained after combat. Of course. Of course! Sure. It's just what I need.
Not too shabby.
I just got the sealing wax of propagation, and now I can't get blessings. Your mask has reached a key level. When a mask level is a multiple of 4, it can perform a greater miracle. At the start of each extrapolation, you can select one mask to wear. Once selected, and it cannot be changed. Each mask has a unique way of obtaining wish power and its own passive effects. When you level up a mask, you'll gain a miracle. When the mask reaches a level that is a multiple of 4, you can select a more powerful grand miracle. We're just getting all the sealing waxes now. But first, let's actually focus here. Propagation. Yes.
Take a look. This is pure.
Alright.
I'm not built for this. You go ahead if you wish to engage. Watch this magic.
Emerge from your cocoon.
Mask can provide additional effects. You check out your mask info here. Increases the final damage by ally targets by 10% and reduces damage taken by 5%. When charge reaches 100%, activates the ultimate for the target of highlight. Their action advances by 100% and increases final damage dealt by them, and their memo sprite by 80%, lasting for 2 turns.
They were lost.
After an ally target uses an ability, highlight will get charged. When battling in the Divergent universe, you can gain increased damage dealt and reduce damage taken. These effects will be enhanced as the mask level increases. During combat, highlight will occur after an ally uses an ability, and after accumulating a certain amount of action value. Highlight will get charged. At full charge, the combat starter will immediately take action, and the character and their memo sprite will be greatly enhanced. These effects will be enhanced at the mask level as the mask level increases. Okay.
Mavis, dispel the gloom, restore the skies.
Thank you. And I'll give you what you need.
For the purpose of demonstration, I'll fully charge your highlight this time. You are really interfering with my flow.
Return to dust. May wandering souls find their own way out.
Be grateful for all this clamor. That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
New items are available in the store. Okay. Gain 30 wish power when entering a domain. During the card draw phase, you can redraw 2 times per match. You're on your own from here on? Okay, good, good. Let's keep that as is. This period will end in 7 days. Oh. That's just for this. Time of the next expansion is 148 days and 21 hours. Alright, let's get started. Now we play the Divergent universe for real. Gladiator mask. Gain 45 wish power for every battle won. For every 3 battles completed, 1 item will become free in both the Curio and Blessing shops in the next store domain entered. Can stack up for 4 free items. Gladiatorial combat it is. Let's rock. Propagation.
Take a look. This is...
Watch this magic.
Emerge from your cocoon.
No survivors. Nice! Went up 2 levels.
Take a look.
Equation expanded. But we're still going for more propagation. Tunnel of Chaos. If this domain card is included in the draw phase, triggers shuffle after entering any dungeon.
Take a look.
Guide with the Rainbow Bridge. Lay this. Dispel the gloom. Restore the skies.
Impressive. This is worth learning.
The future is bright.
I'm not built for this. You go ahead if you wish to engage.
Take a look. This is...
Watch this magic trick.
Emerge from your cocoon.
They're lost. Mavis. Dispel the gloom. Restore the skies.
Thank you. And I'll give you what you need.
Darkness with me. Return to dust.
Hunt and propagation. Propagation and remembrance. Alright, I achieved the goals. Five more heat.
Be careful. There's something unsettling ahead.
Ha! Take a look.
Emerge from your cocoon.
They were lost. Some sunshine!
I shall remember this one.
Dispel the gloom! Restore the skies!
Impressive. This is looking Curious? Endless riddle. Nothing but a void. Open sesame. Watch it crumble. Take a look.
The future is bright. So make it win.
Thank you. And I'll give you what you need.
Please chair it, Wilt here.
Guide with the rainbow bridge.
I'm just a frail insanity.
The future is bright. Don't be rash.
As you wish.
Take a look. This is pure genius in act. Is that it? I was expecting something bigger. Is that it? I was expecting something bigger.
Watch this magic.
Emerge from your cocoon.
They're lost. They'll make it win.
Impressive.
Return to dust.
Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown.
More propagation. Excellent. Oh, it's a quick recover option. Nice.
Take a look.
Have some sunshine.
Impressive.
Root here.
This is worth learning.
Life is not so fragile.
The future is brave. Guide with the rainbow bridge. The future is... Guide with the rainbow bridge. The future is brave.
Take a look. This is pure genius in action.
Come on, propagation. Thanks for stopping by. Well, this is more of a ripoff than the slot machine was.
Is that it? I was expecting something bigger.
Watch this magic trick.
Emerge from your cocoon.
They're lost. Mavis, dispel the gloom, restore the
I
skies.
shall remember this warmth. Life is not so darkness with me.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Please return to dust.
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things. Insanity.
May wandering souls find their own way out.
Be grateful for all this clamor. That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
Alright, so now we have done at least one round of the Divergent Universe, so I can actually start doing the cyclical extrapolations again. And also the planar ornament extractions. Oh, right. Alright. You're telling me this now? What is the smart discard thing? Well, that's not very smart. If it only has a few options. I can't just get rid of all of these 3-star relics that I have. Okay. All right, let's do this.
That one is hard to persuade. Let's observe first. Turn over this eternal page.
Watch this magic trick.
Emerge from your cocoon.
We're lost. Have some sunshine.
Thank you.
May this
And I'll give you
dispel the
what
gloom,
you need.
restore the skies. Thanks. All energized. Together, stars, shine for the heroes.
Darkness with me. May death protect us.
Future is great.
Please root here. Embrace a new life. Return to dust.
So make a win.
Thank you. And I'll give you what you need.
That hurts a bit. It's flowers. Bloom for tomorrow. May this dispel the gloom, restore the skies. Thanks. All energized. Memories waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love.
Let the games begin.
May rest enlighten the truth. It's the answer! That won't work.
This divine power, I reforge all things. Insanity. So
Don't blink. May rest enlighten the truth. Rewrite destruction with me!
what's the matter? Insanity.
That won't work.
Look, this divine power, I reforge all things. Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
Darkness with me. Life is not so return to dust.
This thing just can't catch a break.
May death protect us.
Guide with the Rainbow Bridge.
Embrace a new life.
That won't work, you know. It's the answer! Don't blink. May rest enlighten the truth. This is
risk. To the sword.
Alright, what do we got? Oh, this one's good. Okay. Actually, this one could work. Alright, we're getting some good stuff this time. Oh, this one's excellent. Going forward. Alright. Alright, I can make this work.
Be grateful for all this clamor. That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
Alright, now let's go take care of that other quest. Yeah, I'm ready to leave now. This is kind of dark humor. No wonder she turned hostile to you. Again, no wonder she's hunting you. No, you don't get to say see you tomorrow. This guy's twisted. You sicken me. No wonder there was a discrepancy when they were at that drink stand. This is a twisted cycle of reincarnation trying to rat this guy out. Do not trust Soren. A long drawn revenge orchestrated by the voiceless. Yeah, he deserves it. I ain't helping him. Choose to turn away, no longer interested in watching how this absurd show plays out. After all, he And I guess they all got what they wanted. Word from the Security Bureau is that there has been a massive aberration event lately. An Imaginate called Sapone split herself into multiple copies and caused quite a ruckus. The aberration subsided quickly, causing no real damage. But she'd drawn enough attention. Following leads, they found the evidence right at the scene. Package stuffed with envelopes. The artist turned herself in. She probably planned this from the start. Maybe she got on someone's bad side and needed to lie low for a while. That official who illegally created Imagine, Soren, has vanished. Is he dead or alive? We don't have an answer right now. Oh yeah, he's probably in some painting world, being tortured. What do you know about this? I bet he's definitely a bad person. Alright then. If anyone from the Security Bureau asks what you were doing that night, just tell them you were having hand-stretched noodles with me. And that's what it comes down to. I don't know nothing, you don't know nothing. Case closed. Alright. Time to start the Trailblaze mission. And it's only been 90 minutes.
Why don't those people in the Go Home Club go home after school?
Well, I like that they give us the option of continuing the Trailblaze expedition.
Miss March, please, look straight into my eyes. Just like that. Perfect. Now, I'll need you to repeat these next few lines after me, and do so in the same tone of voice.
Uh-huh. Okay.
The sky is blue, not a dazzling display of sparks.
The sky is blue, not a dazzling display of sparks.
Though dazzling sparks may light up the night sky, they can never outshine the eternal silence of stars.
Are you kidding? That's one sentence? Okay, though dazzling sparks may light up the night sky, they can never outshine the eternal silence of stars?
Very good.
Very good.
The internet is both an umbilical cord and a waste duct for the mind, through which humanity's thirst for elation gave birth to the twisted Sparksy.
Whoa there! That's a bit much. Maybe he can be the one to say it?
What kind of crazy talk is that? Now, I kind of remember that first line. I believe it's some kind of mimetic virus cleansing.
These are the test sentences I improvised according to the guidelines from the Human and Intellitron Emotional Baseline Test. I carefully observe the subject's micro-expressions and tone changes at the moment they say the name Sparksy, to check if they are infected by a mimetic virus.
Ah.
So I passed the test, right?
Given how fascinating your reaction was, I clearly don't need to worry about you. Should you find yourself experiencing any live stream addiction withdrawal symptoms later, feel free to contact the Department of Aberration Defense staff. We'll provide you with a series of corrective behavioral treatments.
You're handling this like a real pro, Miss Kuchiba. Has this kind of thing happened before?
It's impossible to predict what will happen during the Phantasmoon Games. Once, a supplicant reversed the definitions of truth and lies, which nearly caused massive civil unrest. After that incident, we incorporated mimetic treatment into the Department of Aberration Defense's emergency safety protocols. Sparksy Khan didn't cause any casualties this time. But if your partner hadn't stopped Sparksy from spreading the virus, she might have turned into a calamity-level aberration. Without proper containment measures, a calamity-level aberration can destroy dozens of cities as it spreads. That's the scale we're talking about. That's the Department of Aberration Defense's term for them. It usually refers to Imaginae infused with wish power who have lost control and begun to run amok. Over time, though, it's become a label that gets slapped onto any hazardous entity.
You? An aberration? What are you talking about? Though, I gotta say, you do look pretty weird with that mask on.
Don't tell me you're a Cosmicon collective player. The Department of Aberration Defense's hazard ratings are nothing like the power ratings in some card game. Right then, that's all for the required checkup. If you're interested in aberration calamity threat levels and how they're classified, you might want to take a look at this document. However, do bear in mind that causing damage of the aforementioned scale during the Phantasmoon Games will cause you to be classified as an aberration and dealt with accordingly.
Alright. Aberration threat levels in Plan Arcadia. Plan Arcadia has a 5-tier rating system for uncontrollable aberrations and the scale of damage they cause. Ghost level. Weak presence, essentially harmless, or causes only minor discomfort, small annoyances, troubling a handful of people. Typically, idiogenitive imaginae born from collective consciousness, such as villains from comics, panic-inducing objects spawned from rumors, animated, smart appliances, ghosts with distorted cognition, can be subdued by a civilian ghost-busting squad. Even if left alone, they won't escalate into complex mass disasters. Fiend level. Poses a clear and present danger, capable of harming dozens of people or causing structural damage, throwing multiple city blocks or an entire small town into chaos. Typically powerful imaginae that have accumulated massive wish power and spiraled out of control, such as unspeakable entities lurking in urban legends for ages, or eventual manifestations born from collective trauma, say mass casualties caused by the Herald of Death. Calamity level. A severe threat capable of causing mass casualties in the hundreds or more. If left unchecked, they could lead to the destruction of major cities in Arcadia's core regions. The Herald of Death falls into this category. In the Phantasmoon Games, the upper limit of destruction caused by a supplicant going out of control also falls roughly within this range. Cataclysm level. Catastrophic threat. Capable of crippling an entire continent, causing mass casualties and environmental upheavals. Reality warping abilities manifest. Apocalypse level. A level of threat capable of causing civilizational collapse or even the extinction of humanity on Planet Arcadia's surface. Their very existence is a great catastrophe. Lovely, lovely. Guess which level we're gonna have to deal with later.
Before I leave, there's one more thing I need to tell you. Remember Lyndon Scott? The man who served as your tour guide. He was murdered.
What? Yeah, the Scott we knew was, a really tenacious opponent.
We're sure. Both the ID and genetic information of the deceased match that of Mr. Scott's. You said he was once your opponent?
You don't suspect us, do you? I wouldn't exactly call Scott a friend, but we'd never do anything like that to him.
Easy there, young lady. I haven't even started asking questions yet. Of course, there's no way the renowned heroes of the Express would harm some lowly IPC employee simply because they had a problem with him. More importantly, both of you have solid alibis. The initial results of our investigation suggest his murder might be connected to the Phantasmoon games. I'm informing you both of this to warn you to be extremely careful. The Phantasmoon games are far from a simple game intended for passing the time or relaxation. Anyway, I wish you success. Farewell.
Scott. Could he actually... I just can't believe it. But it was Miss Kuchiba who told us, so... it must be true. So, the Phantasmoon games. Pretty frightening, huh? What's your take? Yeah. Even though Scott pops up now and then to give us a bit of trouble, I still feel bad about him dying so suddenly during the Phantasmoon games like this. And without even knowing why.
If the killer is here for the Phantasmoon games, they might become our enemy soon.
The Phantasmoon games. Good thing Himeko entrusted this mission to the two of us. Who would have imagined that the Great March herself would be stopped at the doorstep in the very first round? Forget it. I'm not like you. I was never hero material to begin with. Normally my hands can't even keep up with my brain when I play video games. You're definitely the right person for the Phantasmoon games. It's just such a shame. We finally get a chance to vacation in Himeko's hometown. And I thought we'd make some happy memories together. But...
I'll triumph in the Phantasmoon games in your stead.
Alright. But, look. Don't push yourself too hard, okay, you? Remember that we've got your back. Oh, right. Where are Himeko and Mr. Yang? They must be getting examined and interrogated too, right? Why don't you send Mr. Yang a message?
Mr. Yang said he wants to hear what happened between Himeko and her dad.
I can't blame him for being curious. I really want to know too. Are you experiencing any...
Alright, before the next part, let's test our luck here. Good or bad? Not quite there.
You're here. Himiko hasn't mentioned her father at all in the time since I've boarded. So, what is going on between them? As you were the only one with her at the time, you're the only one I can ask.
Yeah, it really threw me for a sec when you said Himiko's father. But when you think about it, it's only natural that Himiko has a father, right? Not everyone's like me. Thawed out of an ice block.
Oh, Wells' voice is back. Oh, nice.
"15 years ago, the Phantom Moon Games of that year came to be remembered as the Blood-Stained Games. So many parents lost their children. So many people lost those dearest to them. One of the victims was my very own daughter. Upon my return, I stood before the grave where she was laid to rest. Her name was Himiko. So, this lady who bears her name, who exactly are you?
15 years ago, when I made up my mind to join this Phantom Moon Games, my father wasn't with me. Even as I fought for my life against the Herald of Death, my father was still off somewhere, wandering the cosmos. Strictly speaking, ever since I can remember, his presence in my life has been as thin as the air in space. So, I would ask you, who bears his name? Who exactly are you?
Well, well, well. Look at you. What are you getting so worked up over? Just a joke. A joke. It's been 15 years after all. And you've grown into such a fine young lady. How could you expect your old man to recognize you right off the bat? So, what's with that gravestone I saw with your name on it then?
When you don't know if you'll live to see tomorrow, there's nothing strange about getting your affairs in order in advance, is there, Mr. Ryusuke?
Mr. Ryusuke? How could you be so formal with your own father? At least call me Dad like you used to, okay? Hold it. And you are... Don't tell me. Himiko, is this your child?
Oh, could you please stop making things worse?
I haven't seen you in 15 years, and now I'm a grandfather. Wait. Who's the father?
That's enough! You are looking at my colleague. A new generation of Trailblazer. My friend and my companion on the Astral Express. Do you understand now, Father?
You hear that? She called me father. Hello there, my friend. Sorry about that. I thought you were Himiko's son for a second there. Your You must forgive me. I'm just an old-timer who's lost touch with the times. I'm a painter. Most of my work involves traveling to different segmenta to complete commissions for my clients. Ah, Himeko. I know I've let too many chances to spend time with you slip away.
Just slip away? The first time we met was at Mother's funeral, when I was already 6 years old. Let's put that aside for now. Were you also too busy with work when I was suffering from a weathering curse?
You might not believe me, but I've been running around for your sake all this time. All these years, I've been trapped in this room that represents the past that I imaginated. And I've never left it.
You didn't know about me becoming the Express's navigator either?
15 years. The Express never stopped here once. You didn't even leave behind so much as a single word to indicate you were still alive. And the Department of Aberration Defense completely sealed off all records of what happened during those Phantom Moon games. I did hear many rumors about the Astral Express, though. I even saw the navigator's name. At first, I thought it was just someone else with the same name. And even when curiosity drove me to look up your picture, I still didn't dare believe that the woman so full of poise and grace was my daughter. She'd grown up safe, becoming a living legend in her own right. I thought about contacting the Express, but what if their navigator was just someone who happened to share the same name? I've been clinging to an absurd notion that if I never sought the answer, there was still a 50-50 chance my daughter was still alive. But if I found the answer, and it was no, then she would truly be dead. So, Himeko, how did you...
I'd rather not tarry here too long. I'll be taking my leave now, Dean. The Express has defeated the supplicant that occupied this school and prevented another tragedy like the one 15 years ago. Now it's time for you to fulfill the duties you failed in back then. Go comfort those students, and see if you can't figure out how to deal with the media bombardment while you're at it.
Failed in my duties. So, still mad at me? Can we talk? Sorry, kid. This might be a bit abrupt, but... has Himeko ever mentioned her surname to you? I'm a failure of a father. I broke her heart. But what exactly happened 15 years ago? I can't believe it. She actually survived the weathering curse. Have you heard the tale of the legendary painter Graphia, who hid everything on this planet's surface within a scroll? It is said that to achieve such a monumental feat, she made a forbidden exchange, sacrificing both her own life and that of her descendants, resulting in the weathering curse. Few descendants carrying the Graphia bloodline have lived past 30. Most of them wither like flowers while they're still young, skin cracking and peeling like dried paint. Himeko is no exception. She was tormented by the curse for years. What I did doesn't matter anymore. The Elixir Seekers' folk remedies, the Intelligentsia's guild treatments. I tried them all, but nothing could reverse the curse. All the time spent searching for cures only resulted in me not being by her side when she needed me the most. In the end, I am nothing but a useless father. I'm just a useless son-in-law who married into the family. Strictly speaking, I can't really be considered a Graphia descendant. You're right. I just didn't realize it quickly enough. How she got through it, how she survived, none of that's important. What matters is that my daughter is back. That's all I need. If I may ask a small favor, would you mind showing me where my daughter works? I want to make up for all the care I failed to give her all those years. I want to get to know my daughter better.
Truly a memorable father-daughter reunion. Brings up some memories of my own home as well.
There goes Mr. Yang with that knowing look again. Just what kind of parent-child relationship are we talking about anyway?
When I was a child, my parents were also always busy with work and were unable to spare a moment for me. As a child, I couldn't help but feel resentful. It wasn't until I became a father myself that I understood how they felt when they were forced to sacrifice the time we could have spent together.
So, did you already promise to give Mr. Ryusuke a tour of the Express? Thought as much. After all, it's Himeko's dad. So, where is he?
Ah, everyone's here. Sorry to keep you all waiting. I'm truly grateful to all of you for looking after my daughter.
Not at all. She's the one who's been taking care of us.
Would you all be so kind as to show me around? So, this is the Astral Express. Really lives up to its reputation. It's even more impressive than I imagined. As to be expected, of course, huh? It's the place where my daughter works. By the way, what's the pay like for a navigator? Does a position come with insurance and an annual bonus?
Talk about parental love. First thing out of his mouth is asking about her salary. Like I'd have a clue. Help! A little backup here? Nice one. Parents can probably relax as long as their kids aren't making less than they are, right?
Really? Don't underestimate me, kid. I've got big shots from across the cosmos on my client list. While I wouldn't say my work is worth a king's ransom, my fees are nothing to sneeze at.
Mr. Ryusuke, please rest assured. None of the Express crew ever lack for money. We not only receive support from members of the Genius Society, but also from prosperous commercial worlds, such as the Planet of Festivities.
Ah, good, good. Hearing you say that is a huge relief, Mr. Yang. Speaking of which, what kind of work does being a navigator generally entail?
Don't you underestimate Himeko either. Her daily duties include, charting navigation routes, calibrating warp jumps, and technical maintenance. Not to mention she's always guiding the Nameless on missions.
Oh, my daughter is really something else, isn't she?
Of course! Every time we return safely from a trailblazing expedition, it's all thanks to Himeko's guidance and protection. She's the backbone of the Astral Express. Hey, Hey, come on! You're just trying to stir up trouble. If Himeko's the backbone of the Express, then our conductor is the absolute cutest and hardest working of all. Right, Pom Pom?
Oh? We got a new passenger? This gentleman does look kind of familiar. No wonder he felt so familiar. How are you, Mr. Ryusuke?
Conductor? Oh. So you must be my daughter's superior, huh? Well, thank you for taking such good care of her all this time.
Superior? That's way too formal. It's Himeko who's been taking care of the Express and everyone on it.
He's... What is he doing on the Express?
It's all my fault. I was just curious about your daily work, so I asked your colleagues to show me around, and I know I didn't ask your permission first. Just please don't be mad, Himeko.
Mad? Why would I be mad? Mr. Ryusuke, welcome aboard the Astral Express. Is there anything else you'd like to see? I can show you around.
Well, I know you'd rather keep your distance from your good-for-nothing father. You're on a journey, and it's rude of me to barge in like this. But it's been way too long since we last saw each other. As your father, I want to get to know you better. Make up for all the time we've lost. At least while you're staying here. Please allow me to show you some of the fatherly care and devotion I owe you. Will you?
Excuse me? Why don't the two of you go to the party car? Shush, get the drinks ready.
Shush. All right. I'll go make some tea.
That's just our domestic robot's name. Come on, Father. People are resting here. Let's not disturb them. Oh, and, come with us. I want to talk about the Phantom Moon games, not just personal matters.
They left. Whoa. That's the first time I've seen Himeko be that cold to anyone. Oh, what are you still doing here? Himeko asked you to go to the party car. I get it. Reunions are private, and you don't want to spoil it for them. That's fair. It won't hurt to give them some time.
I hope a drink will help the two of them set aside their past differences. If they do argue, I'm counting on you to play peacemaker.
When it comes to breaking the icy silence between a father and daughter, nothing's better than a cup of hot water. The person who drinks it will yelp, "Hot!" and be immediately met with a concerned, "How could you be so careless?" from the other party. And just like that, the conversation starts flowing.
Now you see, that might actually work if you didn't explain it. Of course, they might just try to kill you if you try to implement it without explaining it, so you lose either way.
Friendly reminder, that is not a joke, but a practical ice-breaking tip.
Ooh. Your robot is hilarious. I'm surprised how relaxing and comfy the work environment is here.
Got it. I'll make myself scarce.
Being a nameless is neither relaxing nor comfy. Most of the time, we are facing down Void Rangers from the Antimatter Legion, bugs left by the Swarm disaster, Borisin, and various organizations that are suspicious of the Express or have malicious intentions for us.
That dangerous? Huh. Maybe this trip home is a great chance to quit your job, huh? Talk about coincidence. Just so happens I'm getting on in years. And Graphia Academy is in need of a new dean.
You know that's not what I meant. Once I've set my mind on something, I never look back. Ever since I was 6, when you told me those stories about traveling through the cosmos, I knew that someday I would walk among the stars.
Actually, I was just kidding. I'm not completely clueless about what the Express and what you do. Oh, right. Once I knew the Express was coming, I even bought that comic series that's based on your adventures.
Please don't tell me it's fluffy across the blue. I never thought you'd be into comics.
That's right. The protagonist is a baseball bat-wielding raccoon. The character's based on that kid, right?
As an artist, you do have a good eye. Come over here. Thanks for giving us some time alone.
Hey, Miko. That's the first time I've seen you smile since I've seen you this time. So, what brought you back home this time? What's the story behind our lucky meeting?
Like I said before, we're here for the Phantasmoon Games.
So, the Phantasmoon Games 15 years ago were the reason you were able to overcome the Weathering Curse?
Indeed.
I see. That makes sense. For those of us who haven't experienced the Ionic game firsthand, it's just something from the history books, or even akin to a myth.
But I never imagined that the Ionic game would turn into a blood sacrifice overnight. The Herald of Death was a heartless madman. If I hadn't defeated him then, all of Duomension City would have become his slaughterhouse. During the first few years of my journey, I relived that evening every single night in my dreams. The color of that twilight, painted with blood. So much blood, blended with terror and screams. The victims were twisted like clay into grotesque shapes, like paint tubes that had been snapped, one after the other. And that man, he reveled in the colors splattered everywhere and wanted the whole world to be his canvas. Even if I could avenge his victims, in the end, it won't bring them back to life. The entire thing is like a heavy piece of baggage. Only by letting it go can I travel the road ahead more easily.
You did your best, and I'm glad to see you made it back here safe and sound.
I thought I'd never come back. But the times have changed. The conditions to hold the Phantasmoon Games have been met again. However, to hold 2 games in just 15 years? That in itself is far from normal. Just like 15 years ago, the IPC wants to control everything. However, a game woven by the most fickle of eons is destined to slip through everyone's grasp. I received a report from the Department of Aberration Defense. I'm sure he must also have heard. There's been a brutal incident in Dovebrook District. Someone massacred everyone at the headquarters of the Sinwish Syndicate, leaving a signature that only the Herald of Death would use. The Bloody Bloom.
Mysterious murder case, Sinwish Syndicate members found dead in a pool of blood. Recently, a major homicide occurred in Dovebrook District. A total of 33 members of the Sinwish Syndicate, including Boss Paulwave and Second-in-Command Costide, were found murdered at a Syndicate headquarters. The Security Bureau suggests the case appears to be a result of a gang turf war. Crime wave strikes. Dovebrook District gripped by fear. Regarding these incidents, some residents are applauding the news, claiming gang activity has been seriously disrupting daily life in Dovebrook District. However, the vast majority of residents are deeply concerned, since anyone could be the next victim until this case is closed. Exactly, because if anyone can just wipe out an entire gang, of course you're going to be concerned. More concerned than when that gang was just running the streets. As of press time, foot traffic on Dovebrook streets has plummeted, with many shops reporting declining sales due to the impact of this case. Gang infighting or something more sinister? A shocking murder case has cast a bloody shadow over the newly opened Phantasmoon Games. Various rumors have added a suspiciously mysterious touch to the incident. Word has it that the Sinwish Syndicate recently acquired a supplicant mask. Could this be connected to the massacre that wiped them out? An IPC worker also tragically perished in the incident, but why would an IPC employee be on Sinwish Syndicate turf in the first place? Regarding the above questions, I've already contacted the Security Bureau for clarification. The receptionist stated, the case is still under investigation. Residents of Plan Arcadia are not advised to believe or spread rumors and to wait for further official announcements.
What? The Herald of Death is still alive.
People at the Department of Aberration Defense told me that the Herald of Death was executed after his verdict was passed. Even were he to be resurrected, the rules dictate that the same person cannot become a supplicant twice.
Are you saying we've got a copycat?
That's right. The Herald of Death has a copycat. But what I find even more worrying is that this Phantasmoon Games has caught the attention of something even more terrifying than the Herald of Death. I believe that whether or not this Herald of Death copycat has a connection to the Phantasmoon Games, defeating him presents an excellent opportunity for you to demonstrate the resolve of the Nameless to the whole of Plain Arcadia. Exactly. As for you, Dad, have any clients commissioned you lately? It'd be best if you left this world for a while.
May I take that as my daughter showing concern for her dad?
You can take it as a safety advisory from the Astral Express. Also, as he has already become a supplicant and joined the Phantasmoon Games, he will have my full support. I'd like him to temporarily keep the Mask of Elation that has been passed down through our family.
Too late for me to raise any objections at this point, right? Sounds good. The mask stays with the kid.
Thank you. Would you like another drink?
Ah, got it. Next, it's time to show me the way out, isn't it? I've definitely overstayed my welcome. For most of my life, I couldn't be there for my daughter. And now that I finally have the chance, she wants me to leave. In that case, I ought to be on my way. Himiko. The Graphia family has a number of records about the Phantasmoon Games, passed down through the generations. Come over to the school library later. I'll give them to you.
I'll be there, Dad. I apologize. My father's little tour seems to have made things awkward for everyone on the express. Let's head to the parlor car and check in on Welt and March. Now that my father's gone, we can all relax a bit.
Has Mr. Ryosuke left?
Yes. I told him to head home for now. After all, what is going on with the Phantasmoon games has nothing to do with him. I'm really sorry, everyone, for bringing my personal family matters onto the Express.
Not at all. Mr. Ryusuke is your family. And that makes him part of our family too. And the most important thing for family is to be together. So he's welcome to drop by anytime.
Madame Pearl sent a message to the Express just now, inviting our supplicant to a meeting. She'll have a private car waiting for us. Yes. The meeting won't be held in some stuffy, formal reception room. She would like us to visit and tour the headquarters of a company under her name instead. Himiko, you know about Perlux Corp, right?
Of course. It's the biggest entertainment conglomerate in plain Arcadia.
Entertainment company?
That's right. Perlux Corp is a titan, dominating the entertainment consumer market, including cartoons, comics, games, toys, and the like. They've cornered half the market.
Oh, so that's where the Pearl in Perlux comes from. It's a play on her name.
Did Pearl mention what she wanted to talk about?
She didn't say much, but she specifically mentioned wanting to discuss the developments regarding the Phantasmoon games, and that she could provide us with a bit of help.
Helping her opponents in the Eonic game? Oh, looks like she realizes we are all in the same boat. Perhaps she has also realized that the Phantasmoon games cannot be artificially manipulated.
We may be able to get a clearer picture of Pearl's intentions after we meet with her.
Think about it. You've already crossed paths with key figures from numerous factions, and even built rapport with some. You're already a capable Nameless who can more than hold your own. Though she holds a high administrative position on this planet, do not forget, she is also one of the 10 Stonehearts. You've already dealt with Aventurine on numerous occasions, so you should have ample experience handling members of the 10 Stonehearts.
Hey, don't worry. If things do get messy, yours truly is here to save the day.
Looks like March wants to visit too.
I'm just trying to look out for him here. Even if things do go sideways, Pearl wouldn't dare get mad at an adorable young lady like me, right?
Well then, I'll leave this meeting to you two.
Aren't you coming with us, Himeko?
I'd like to talk with my father. Didn't he say he would hand over the records about the Phantasmoon games from our family history to me? And honestly, isn't this a good chance for you youngsters to handle things independently?
I understand. In that case, March, and I'll be heading out now.
Oh, score! A private car! So, where are we getting picked up?
You should be familiar with it. It's just under the giant gate next to the At Plaza.
Isn't that where we first met Sparksy? Since we're getting chauffeured there, why not just come straight to us? Perfect! I've been wanting to stop by the comic store to grab a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue. Destination Perlux headquarters. And let's grab a copy of the Fluffy while we're at it. This is just perfect.
We'll head out when you're ready.
There may be some information in the family records that could help us. It's just that whenever I think about talking with my father, I can't help feeling uneasy. Even someone like me, who's always putting on a composed front, can end up giving everyone a laugh. When you think about it like that, the meeting with Pearl doesn't seem so scary, now does it?
Ah, look! There's a convenience store! Mind if I grab a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue while we're waiting?
Is that the comic based on the Express's adventures? The author sure knows how to tap into what's trending.
The best part is that the author drew all of us as adorable little animals! Totally fits our personas, don't you think? Right back at ya, baseball raccoon.
In fact, it was recently announced that the Fluffy is getting an animated adaptation, and the copyright for it is currently held by Pearlux Corp.
It's a super memorable comic! No way can I miss getting a copy while I'm here. I promise I won't be long. A couple of minutes, tops.
Looks like we got here on the early side. Since coming to this world, I still haven't had a chance to get a street-level view of the city. How about this? We'll meet up under the ad at the plaza gate in a few minutes.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Might as well take a look around then.
And I'm getting pushed.
Absolutely insane. Did you see the post I shared? Hey, you hear the news? There was a supplicant battle at Graphia Academy.
Yeah, I saw it. The online forums are already blowing up.
The supplicant called Sparksy. How terrifying! Actually using live streams to spread mimetic viruses. Eons, that's just evil! I can't believe the Department of Aberration Defense is letting someone that dangerous run loose!
I heard her livestream got permabanned. Good thing that Nameless from the Astral Express acted so quickly.
I wonder what the next supplicant will do.
Have you read the new chapter of Fluffy Across the Blue? Have you read the new chapter of Fluffy Across the Blue?
Sorry, I'm not into comics for kids.
They just released the official concept art for that giant pom-pom robot!
That mech design is totally unrealistic. What's so great about it?
Do you have the slightest clue how to talk to other people? Do you?
Hey, relax. Now, if we were talking about a fusion between Daybreak Squadron and the Raccoon, that would totally get my attention.
Wow! You are unbelievably childish!
Time passes, so...
No mercy. It's over. Wait, what? to survive. Again with the shield. All right.
May wandering souls find their own way out.
Hello there. Would you like to learn more about the Research Society of Happy Smiles?
No, not that cult.
So, are there any charges or fees?
Don't listen to the
Is
cultists.
the weight of work and stress in your life crushing you? Check out the Research Society of Happy Smiles.
So, this free?
Rest assured, the only thing joining our Research Society will cost you is a bit of your precious time. We've set up a venue near Dovebrook, where we offer free psychological counseling and living assistance to all visitors. All our services are provided free of charge.
I had a friend who passed away, and he'd mentioned you before. He told me that if I ever ran into trouble, the kind people at the Research Society would help me.
Your friend passed away? How terribly sad! But the words he left you have illuminated your path in life.
Okay, right there, that is another red flag. Just how joyful he sounds saying that. Creepy.
He told me that if I joined the Research Society of Happy Smiles, I could get rid of my suffering forever and be eternally happy. That true?
Of course it's true. Just look at the society we live in. Everyone's suspicious and dismissive of one another, and willing to take dangerous risks just for a little pleasure, for a thrill. Did you hear about how a streamer took over Graphia Academy and was trying to spread a memetic virus through the internet? And over in Dovebrook, gang violence erupted and left a pile of corpses in its wake. Oh, may the Master of Elation save us all. The Research Society was founded with the sole purpose of healing humanity's incurable inner pain. Following Aha's creed, we aim to spread laughter across the mortal coil and eliminate all suffering. Of course it's possible! For this is a world blessed by the god of elation, where Aha has granted us the right to happiness. Have either of you heard about the tragedy of the blood-stained games 15 years ago? Why, of course you have. You're the Astral Express's superstar. You've even dug up everything there is to know about something that happened over a decade ago. There was an awful accident during the last Phantom Moon Games, and many people lost their loved ones and children. It was as if a hole that could never be filled had been drilled into their hearts, leaving only sorrow to accompany them for the rest of their lives. To escape their suffering, these people who had lost their loved ones gathered together and established a mutual support association. This was the Research Society of Happy Smiles' predecessor. It's now been well over a decade, and the Research Society continues to help more and more people emerge from the darkness in their lives and step into a brighter, happier future. Come to think of it, it would be most wonderful if a distinguished person like yourself were also interested in our Research Society. Should you find yourself with a moment to spare, please come and visit our Mutual Aid Society.
Okay, right there is another red flag. He just happened to gloss over that transitional period from being a support group to being a research society. He did mention that the support group was the predecessor to the research society, but he did not divulge what made them go from point A to point B, or whether the founding members even have anything to do with the research society, which leans more to the credence that this is a cult. That has nothing to do with that original support group.
Well, if it isn't the Astral Express's superstar, of course it's you. Looks like we really were bound to run into each other. I'm here to do my job. Problem is, you've gone and messed up my investigation. The Research Society of Happy Smiles. You think they're just some random charity outfit?
No, I do not. They're a cult.
You must have heard about the Sinwish Syndicate killings in Duffbrook, right? The lead I'm following might be connected to this Research Society of Happy Smiles. But I'll stop there. Not like you're going to pay for my intel, and none of this is any of your business anyway. Based on your social circle, you wouldn't be talking about the poor IPC sap who was unlucky enough to be there, huh? Planning to avenge him? Oh, so your next miracle will be executing the Herald of Death. Can't say I'm surprised.
Be careful. The murderer is the Herald of Death. He's dangerous.
Oh, thanks for your concern. Oh, be careful. Been a hot minute since anyone said that to me. Even so, it's my duty to solve the case. Doesn't matter if nobody pays me. I'll still find the killer and exact justice on the spot. A fool I happen to be on fairly good terms with. Revenge killings or turf wars. Wouldn't be unusual for gang members to die like that, but dying at the hands of some psycho who kills for kicks? That I can't accept. No matter where you are in the cosmos, which era, regardless of how civilization evolves, some rules will just never change. Like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Hey, guess which lucky girl just managed to snag the last copy in the whole store? Oh, who's this?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ashvale, the famous detective. You could say your friend and I are acquainted through past clashes. did have a bit of a clash of opinions back at the tavern, did we not?
That's what you meant by clash? Fair enough.
First time I've ever heard anyone introduce themselves as a famous detective. Mr. Ashvale? Why are you staring at me? Is there something weird on my face?
Young lady, you're holding a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue, right? Would you mind giving it to me?
Well, give it to you! This was the last copy in the store, you know.
Oh, I see. Of course. I'm not asking you to give it away for free. I'll pay for it. The retail price is 300 credits. I can pay you 10 times sticker price. 3,000 credits. What do you say?
Hey, mister, this isn't about the money.
Because it was the last one on the shelves. True. The last item in stock is like the final slice of cake on the plate. The last prey animal on the plains never fails to stir our urge to seize it before anyone else. So, 30,000 credits. How about that? That's my final offer. I'm not exactly rolling in money here. Truth is, I'm actually buying it for that foolish friend of mine. The one who died. Today is his farewell ceremony. I thought I'd buy him his favorite comic to pay my respects. He'd always be rambling on about some raccoon with a baseball bat. And how the journey of the express would never end, that kind of stuff. I heard those stories so many times, it felt like my ears were gonna fall off. But, after all that fuss, I completely missed the chance to buy it. Every store around here is sold out.
That's enough. My poor little heart can't handle sob stories like that. Here, Mr. Ashvale, take the comic.
Oh, thank you very much for the comic, young lady. Here's the 30,000 credits. Ooh, as promised. Oh, I heard you're the real-life inspirations for the characters. Since you're here, could I perhaps trouble you to sign it?
Unbelievable. Aww.
Thank you both. If Kostat could see this from where he is now, I'm sure he'd be smiling down on us. As a token of my gratitude, I'd like to give you a friendly word of caution, kid. I know you plan to target the Herald of Death and cement your heroic image. However, all eyes will be on you during the Phantom Moon Games. At such a public stage, discretion would be wise. Because when the masses see your magnificent miracles and wield your extraordinary power, fear and jealousy could turn their wish power into wish you ill power at the drop of a hat. Forgive the expression, but you get what I mean. So, whatever plans you might have for this Herald of Death, why not leave the whole messy affair of revenge to someone who couldn't care less about winning or losing? Like me. Just like this comic, I'm dead set on getting him.
Is he an acquaintance of yours?
He's just some weird detective who was passing by.
It's nearly time for Perlux Corp to pick us up. We should get going.
Well, we're here. So where are they? I don't see anyone in IPC uniform.
Maybe they got stuck in traffic on their way over.
Greetings, crew of the Astral Express. It is my honor to escort you on your visit to headquarters.
Mechatron?
I am guard number 100086, created by Perlux Corp, a security specialist from the business division. My designated human name is Faerun, said to derive from an ancient language meaning iron. It's a pleasure to be of service. I'm truly honored to hear you say so.
So, what are we waiting for? Let's go!
According to the instructions given to me by Madame Pearl's secretary, there is still one more guest I need to pick up.
Well, now, how did I not see this coming? Looks like we're going the same way after all.
It's you again!
Hey, Mechatron, what's the plan? Do we hop into your cockpit, or are you gonna give us all a piggyback while you fly over?
Your ride is ready. Please, take your seats, everyone.
I'm sorry, what?
Whoa! Now that's what I call a custom paint job.
Your ride isn't your run-of-the-mill business car, but a customized, made-to-order vehicle, used especially for receiving guests.
Sorry, this might come across as a bit insensitive, but I have to ask. Can Faerun actually fit in the driver's seat?
Of course not. I'll be driving and monitoring this vehicle remotely. Please, take your seats.
Now that is astonishing.
Wow, that's one massive robot!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the headquarters of the Perlux Corp.
Back when Himeko said this was an entertainment company, I knew their headquarters wouldn't be some ordinary old office building. But this is way too much. That giant robot statue? This place is totally like some supersized mega hangar!
Ha ha! You're absolutely right. In accordance with the vision of our founder, our lobby was intentionally constructed as you see it now. To realize dreams that far exceed what consumers imagine has always been Perlux Corp's core design philosophy, and we have never strayed from it. If any of you are familiar with our company's works, you may recognize this as
Mechatron Warrior Series, the Daybreak Squadron's base of operations.
Looks like Mr. Yang here is quite a fan of our company's animated works. Now, Madame Pearl would like to invite everyone from the Astral Express to take a tour before your official meeting begins. She has arranged for a member of our staff to accompany you, so please, wait here a moment.
I understand, Mr. Faerun. Thank you for escorting us all this way.
Well then, I'll take my leave. This way, Detective.
See you around, everyone.
Oh, really? Pearl wants us to look around here before the meeting? That seems kinda weird.
Could it be related to her proposed collaboration? Perhaps this is her way of introducing her other identity.
It's all good as long as we get a chance to look around. That works for me. Why don't we explore while we wait for our new guide? Mr. Yang! Over here, quick, come on!
Looks like March's inner explorer has been awakened again. Let's not wander too far this time, shall we?
Alright, we are going to stop right here for tonight. I know it's a lot shorter than my usual Honkai Star Rail streams, but I feel like the 2 to 3 hour streams have been working well for me. So let's stop right here and continue this tomorrow. As always, thank you so much to everyone who came to watch the stream today, and those who come to watch the playback later. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll be notified of the next Honkai Star Rail stream, and I will see you next time.